Hey, we're rolling. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. My name is John. This is my channel, The Origin Factory. It is February 14th, 2025, Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. So, what are we talking about today? Axial came out with, well, they've been teasing us this week with a new release, and didn't really drop any hints too big that would make us guess what it was, and they released the A-Scale buggy. So before I get into all that, first I want to thank our subscribers. You guys are awesome. Thank you for subscribing. That's what helps us out the most. It's a new channel. If you haven't subscribed yet and you're willing to do so, it'd be greatly appreciated, because that's what helps us out the most as a new channel. If you subscribed already, if you can continue to support us by either like, commenting, or sharing. You can also find us on Instagram and Facebook as the same name as this channel, The Origin Factory. So, Axial release. I've heard that the proper pronunciation is Gilamon, Gilamon, which I believe is short for Gila monster, which is a reptile, a lizard, and that seems to be the mascot for this product, is some little lizard gecko looking thing. But anyways, so they got this updated buggy, we'll say, because it doesn't look like it's got any carryover from any of their other products. It is ready to run. The retail on it is $579.99. Let's see. They do have pre-orders open on their website right now. It says next shipment April 2025. So, holy smokes, that's a couple months away. Yeah. So anyways, they got two liveries, a green and a red. The green is more of an Axial livery. And the red livery is for Warren winches. See, going down the list here, what do we got? We've got internally sprung shocks, which is nice. That seems to be more of a common trend now. What else do we got here? We've got licensed tires. What do we got? Mickey Thompson Baja Boss Mud Terrain 2.2s, and they are 5.5 inches tall. The wheels are licensed Raceline wheels on the Avenger 2.2 wheels. What else we got? We got rock lights, and I think there's like 3 different colors. What do we got? I think there was green, blue, or green, purple, blue, red, or something like that. 3 or 4 colors, and you can switch them. Spectrum radio, of course, 5-channel, 550, 21 turn motor. Let's see. Portal axles, so you get a little more extra ground clearance. Like I said, it looks like it's all new design. The axles have a unique feature in them, which is new to, I don't think there's any other RCs out there that have this. They're calling it ASD, which stands for Axial Selectable Drive. So if you imagine my head, the differential where the drive shaft comes in through my mouth, anyways, and on the left and right of my ears is the axle shafts going out to the wheels. So there's linkage on each axle, and there's a servo mounted on the axle, and it shuttles it back and forth. And what it does is it locks up one wheel and drives the other, or it locks up the other wheel and drives the other. So it's like a dig unit, except it's mounted only on the axle. So instead of like a dig unit, only locking up the front axle or locking up the rear axle, and then you pull it with the front and that kind of stuff, instead it locks one wheel, which from the video I've seen, it looks like it makes it turn on a dime. It looks like it turns way tighter than a dig unit. And I can see that doing that, because then you got 3 wheels driving instead of 2 with a dig unit, where you're only locking half the drive line. This way, you're only locking up one wheel. They did say that you can buy hardware or buy the parts and stuff to do the same thing to the front. So you could conceivably have the same setup in the front, lock one wheel versus the other, drive the other wheel, lock one, that kind of thing. Or if you really didn't like it in the rear and you just wanted to do it in the front and swap parts over, I don't know if that might be possible. They also have it built in, so there is the same style of unit in the transmission. So you have, so if my head again is, this time it's the transmission, and this is the drive shaft to the front, this is the drive shaft to the rear, and linkage, it sounds like it's selectable just like it is in the axle. Add a servo, add the linkage. It's not, it doesn't sound like all the parts are there, so you have to buy parts to complete it, but like a servo and that kind of stuff. But it sounds like you have a selectable dig unit from front to rear. So you can either have the front lock up or have the rear lock up and drive the other end. So you could add another servo. So you could have 3 servos just in selectable drives or whatever you want to call this setup. You could have a, oh my gosh. And then a steering. They do have axle mounted steering. So you could have two servos on the front. You could have a servo on the transmission. You could have a servo on the rear axle. So there's 4 servos. You could have a servo for a winch. There's 5. And then you need a channel for your ESC. There's 6. So you could conceivably need 6 channels if you were to try to use every option on this thing. Oh my gosh. Way, way too many options for toy trucks. But of course, it's not intended that you use all of it. That's up to you if you think there's a reason to engage all those options. What else about it? I'm not real keen on the design. It doesn't grab me. It doesn't scratch an itch. And with it being 8 scale, they talk about it being much more capable. Okay, well, yeah, it will be more capable. It's wider, heavier, taller than a 10 scale. So yes, if you take it to the place you normally drive your 10 scale buggy or truck or whatever, it'll probably be much more capable by design. It's just bigger. It will be more capable, provided it's not top heavy, which I would assume they're smart enough. Yeah, I mean, it's everything's hanging low on this thing. There's nothing that makes it look like it's going to be tippy. But anyways, so what do you guys think? Is it scratching an itch that needed to be scratched, or is Axial just pumping something out and trying to ride the wave of the optic, which has been really hot lately? You know, the Vanquish optic. You know, do they decide, man, we got to put out a fresh buggy? You know, everybody's going buggy crazy right now because of the optic, and let's give them another buggy option. I was kind of hoping they would upgrade one of their 10, or come up with a new 10 scale one. I'm not big on different scales. I'm pretty much a 10 scale only guy when it comes to RC stuff, crawling stuff. Nothing against the other stuff. It's just I don't like to have a bunch of different stuff. Because I like to have accessories and stuff that overlap on other stuff like wheels and tires. And it seems like when you get into another scale, it's just like another money pit. So that's where I try to be a little more conservative, is not going with as many different scales. Like the SCX6, that thing is just huge to me. It looks like a Barbie vehicle. It's just big. Some of the guys locally are into them right now. And it just, it doesn't do anything for me. It just looks like a new money pit. And I got enough money pits as far as I'm concerned. So this being 8 scale, same thing. It's another scale size that doesn't really grab me. If it was something attractive, in my mind, if it really aesthetically pleasing, I'd be like, man, I just got to have one to have one. It doesn't do that for me. I mean, it may do that for you. I mean, this is all subjective, of course. But yeah, it's not gonna, we're a small channel, so we're not gonna test one. It just, if it got my personal interest up enough, I'd buy one. But I'll wait and watch, see the other guys, see if if it catches on. It still won't inspire me to buy one. It'll just make me watch to see what people are doing with it, I guess. I don't know. Tell me what you think. I watched the internet today on Facebook and stuff, watching the groups. There was a lot of trash talk on it. Disappointed in Axial and calling it a cheaper version of the optic. And, there's always a bunch of loudmouths out there saying that kind of stuff. I had different expectations. I was hoping they would do something 10 scale, like I said, and revise their buggies and get a current version. But they're trying to make something that's more capable than 10 scale, but it's another scale size. And I mean, 2 wheels and tires overlap on 10 scale, but I don't have a bunch of 2s. And, I like to upgrade stuff and modify and change. And this is a whole different animal. So there's no overlap with 10 scale. So that's what detracts me from it the most. I'm sure it'll be capable just because it's bigger, like I said, it's portals, it's wider, it's heavier, it's going to be planted. It's got a bigger motor. got a 550 550 can, 21 turn. It'll be capable. It just isn't lighting my fire. So yeah, I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. Is this something that'll be popular? Do you plan on getting one? You're gonna wait for a used one to come up and buy one off, buy one off a marketplace from somebody that ran it for a while? Is it something you got to have now? I kind of think about it in this way, that so many people have been on the optic bandwagon right now. It's like, do you really need another buggy option right now? And if it was, yeah, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I don't understand the reasoning behind it at this point. Whatever. They put it out. It's out there. It's, it's $579 ready to run. I'm sure it'll be fun. Yeah, whatever. Tell me what you think. This one isn't doing much for me. Am I wrong? Should this be the next greatest thing? Am I missing something here? Anyways, that's about all I got on this one. I don't know what else to say about it. It's just not even fun to talk about for me. I don't know. Anyways, I'm rambling again. Anyways, it's Valentine's Day. Hope you guys have a great Valentine's Day. Thank you for stopping by. We got some new stuff coming up with the channel, but I'm going to do a channel update in another video so it doesn't, so I'm going to have a different title for it. So anyways, thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet and you're willing to do so, it'll be greatly appreciated. If you're subscribed already, please continue to support us by the like, commenting, or sharing. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram. So, hey guys, hope you're doing great. We'll be talking to you soon. God bless.